everyone. Welcome back. This is Ted with you, and I am your math teacher. I'm so happy to see you again. Today, it's time for lesson 2. Do you remember what we are studying? We're studying multiplication right now. Multiplication. Our title today is Multiplication Usage. Multiplication usage. Now, in today's lesson, and in every lesson, we will have 5 key expressions. During the lesson, I want you to remember these key expressions, and I want you to listen for them. Now, we will begin by showing you or telling you the key expressions. I want you to listen while I tell you the 5 key expressions, and I want you to repeat them after me. Listen and repeat. Here we go. Key expression number 1. A times table is a list of multiplication equations. A times table is a list of multiplication equations. Number 2, you can use a times table when you multiply. You can use a times table when you multiply. Number 3, when a number is added to itself, it creates a list of multiples. When a number is added to itself, it creates a list of multiples. Number 4. 4 multiplied by 2 is 8. Four multiplied by 2 is 8. Number 5. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 2 is 8. Very good. Those are our 5 key expressions. Now, as we go through the lesson, please remember to listen for these key expressions. Let's study. Welcome back, everyone. Today, our topic is multiplication usage. Multiplication usage, or using multiplication. Let's learn a little bit more about multiplication. The first thing we want to learn is very, very important. It's called a times table. A times table. Times table. You remember times is another word for multiply. Times. Now, a times table is a list of multiplication equations. Times table, and here we have a list of multiplication equations. Aha! Many, 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 many different multiplication equations. So, you can use a times table like this one. You can use a times table when you multiply. How do we multiply 2 numbers? Look on the times table. It can help you. It can give you the answer. So look at each list. We have different numbers, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Under each number, we have equations. Do you remember? We learned when a number is added to itself, that's the same as doing multiplication. Here we have the number 2. 2 added to itself, 2 plus 2, is the same as 2 times 2. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 means 2 times 4. The answer is 8. So when a number is added to itself, it creates a list of multiples. 2 added to itself many times. Here, 2 is added to itself 9 times. The answer is 18. A list of multiples for each number. Let's look at some examples. Here we have 4. 4 multiplied by 2 is 8. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 and 4, 2 4s, equals 8. Do you remember we also learned that another word for multiply is times? Therefore, 4 multiplied by 2 equals 8. 4 times 2 equals 8. And if you look closely, you see our little friend here, the x. X, 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 x. And that x is the sign for multiplication. It means times. 4x2? No. 4 times 2. Do you want to look at one more? Me too. Let's go down here to the number 6. Okay, the times table for number 6. What if we want to add 6 to itself 6 times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 added together 6 times means 6 times 6. 6 times 6 equals 36. 6 added together 6 times equals 36. So, 4 times 2 equals 8. 6 times 6 equals 36. That's how we use a times table. And that's multiplication usage. Great work, everyone. Let's go and wrap things up together now. Let's take a final look together now at multiplication usage. We know and we learned that you can use something called a times table. A times table is a list of multiplication equations. You can use a times table when you multiply. If you want to multiply 3 times 2, you go down the 3 column. 3, 3. 3 plus 3, or 3 times 2 equals 6. When a number is added to itself, it creates a list of multiples. Remember, each number was in a list. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, all the way down to 3 times 9. 9 threes means 3 times 9. That is 27. We looked at a couple, or actually we looked at one key sample equation. 4 multiplied by 2 is 8. 4 multiplied by 2 is 8. 4 and 4 equals 8. Or 4 times 2 is 8. Times means multiplied by. 4 multiplied by 2 means 4 times 2. And the answer is 8. Great work, everyone. Study hard, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.